Hey, what's going on? Old fashioned ice cream, appliance boot camp, a Facebook family and friends. Mike Sneed coming to you. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. You have to excuse me. I'm coming in from working. I call it my workout now, working on that shipping container. I'm out there at Rocky Mount finishing it up. I won't be able to go. I thought I'd be able to go out there tomorrow. I won't be able to go out there tomorrow. Next time I'll be able to go out there will be Monday. I got a bunch of stuff I need to do here tomorrow, and then we got events this weekend, and then I'll be back out there on Monday. But right now I'm racing against Dollar General. Dollar General have their steel frame up, and they are doing that thing fast. So I want to be open when they open. They said they'll be open within 2 months. I'm going to be open in less than 2 months. I'm going to try to be open in June. So we're out there. We're going at it. And it's giving me inspiration. Is getting a lot of traffic where people are coming, just seeing what Dollar General is putting out there, and they're slowing down and seeing what I'm doing. I got to put together the plans for my actual sign and all that. I got to send that over to the actual uh, permit place, and from there, once they tell me the sign is okay, then I can go ahead and put my sign and stuff up. But I got quite a bit, quite enough stuff to do in the next week or two, up until them giving me authorization for the sign. Shout out to Marcus. Marcus came down. He's meeting with his peer group from USA. They're meeting down in New Bern, North Carolina. So Marcus stopped in yesterday and spent the day with me yesterday. Great guy, and we had a great conversation. And this kind of stemmed through our conversation that we had yesterday. Him and I was talking, and it's two things that made me talk about this conversation. Should we be building $1 million plus businesses? Should that be our focus? Um, Two things made me hit this. One, CNBC is starting to show a lot of these ice cream parlors again. They do it every year this time. People who making $1 million doing ice cream. No, the last couple of ones that came out last year, I looked at them and oh man, just that's nice for them. That's not something I want to do, and kind of let it go from there. Well, this time, it kind of piqued me because I looked at the guy, what he had, his setup and stuff, and his setup was pretty much what I have, where he has two locations and he has a mobile trailer. He does a little bit of wholesaling and he takes the ice cream back and forth. And I was looking at what he could get, his actual square footage and everything he had. It was very similar to me. And from there, I said, "Wait a minute now, I might be able to hit this." I can like with me, all I ever focused on was building businesses that get $500, $500 to $800 a day. Didn't require much work, and that's where I always said that, and that was my spot. This past week or two, the ice cream parlor has really picked up, and the ice cream parlor, uh, especially this week when we've been out going doing these school events and all this. I saw we hit some crazy days the last couple of weeks, and I started wondering how much are they having to run through that ice cream parlor to actually hit this $1 million threshold. And I started looking. No, they only need to be grossing about $3,800. Man, 3,850 dollars 5 days a week to crack a million, and we done bumped that a couple of times. And it wasn't that hard of a strain on us. We had the trailer out, and we was in, and we had the store going at the same time, and we done bumped that a couple of times. And it wasn't something where we were totally tired and beat. It was just a steady flow all day. And inside of the store, we're getting a steady flow all day, and we're getting uh, a lot more people coming at us to do stuff. And I started looking. I said, okay, most of these people who hitting this 1.2 and stuff, most of them have two locations, and they're running about 600,000 through it. Or you can have one location, and you just gotta be totally swamped in there, and you can hit that $1 million. And then I started thinking about, okay, if I would have pushed it through with appliance repair. Because for me, it was funny how crazy the numbers are. And shout out, like I say, shout out again to Marcus. Marcus and I were talking, and the numbers are just about the same for appliance repair as it is for the ice cream. For me to hit the ice cream, hit $1 million out the store in the ice cream, I need about four employees. I need one person on the cash register, working throughout the day. I need four people here, running running throughout the day to hit $1 million. I need one person on the cash register. I need two people actually scooping the ice cream, and then I would need one person that will actually be doing waffle cones, making milkshakes and banana splits, the stuff that take more time. I need one person that's all they done. Just make waffle cones, make milkshakes, and make banana splits. That's all they done. Everybody else was the other two was scooping. The other person running the cash register, and you can get out enough product like that to hit $1 million. And talking to Marcus, same thing. He was saying at first he thought to hit $1 million he was going to have about 10 employees or whatever, but he found out it's only 5 employees he needed to be able to hit 1 million. And so it was very similar. It was just the fact I think our perspective, I'd never been around nobody who built a $1 million business from scratch. Now I've been around people who manage other $1 million businesses. There were CEOs and CFOs of multi $1 billion business. No, they done that, but they never built it from scratch. I've been around people who bought franchises that make $1 million, but it wasn't built from scratch. They're just buying into the franchise. And even my old business partners, Abdul and Ron, they didn't really they was real estate. They wasn't really in business. So they would actually buy the real estate and have other people put businesses in them. But no, we never talked about cracking $1 million in a business. And I started looking at it, and I said, I can crack it. I could crack it. Especially with two locations, I can crack it. Because the numbers that I put out for here, um, I've hit those numbers. We have hit those numbers, and to be honest, I'm half-assing it. I'm not really dedicated into pushing it like I should. But I'm gonna really give it a push this year and see where we get at. Since now we're riding the wave, a lot of people knowing about us, they're coming out. We getting a lot of press. I'm gonna really push it and see if we can get there. I know now I can't figure it out on my own how to get there. I'm looking at their setups and stuff, but I ain't quite figured out. I'll figure out some of the stuff just by accident, getting into the school system, and how Kona Ice is somebody who those franchises thrive on making their money in the school system. That's where their money is at, doing school events, and they give 20% back, and the schools are calling them, and they got a product they can take out there, um, that that they can sell at a price that the school likes, and the kids like, and they can get a lot of the events. Well, I've found out a way for me to get into the school systems, and by me actually um, uh, giving back into the school system constantly, and also by me having a product that I can take out there. I can't take my homemade ice cream out there and sell it. And they got 1,000 kids, and my my wholesale price, if I went out there with ice cream, would be somewhere about $4. So they got we done one of them had 1,500 kids there. So you got some place that got 1,500 kids. You got 4,000. No, they're not gonna be able to give you 6,000 to come out there just to give you some ice cream. But if you got something that you can sell out there for $2, now you're in the ballpark where you can come out there and they say, okay, $2 per person. Yeah, I give it to you for $2 per person, and they then can actually jump in there, and I can still make money off of it and fit in there. So that allowed me to get into the school systems and start being able to get those $400 and $500 per hour gigs going out there. So, but like I say, I know with the appliance repair, you all can do the same. If you all who are business savvy enough to actually to get the employees and get the subs, you can do it. But you're gonna have to do like Marcus. You're gonna have to get into these peer groups, that USA and them, and get into a peer group, and you're gonna have to go and get with them and let them show you how to crack into it. I was never able to crack into it, and stuff that they are doing and what he's done with his business stuff I can only dream of when I was doing mine. So you get in those peer groups and they can take you to the next level. You might can figure it out, but it take you 10 or 15 years and a lot of money to figure it out. Same thing with me with the ice cream. I can't figure it out, and I'm 50. I'm 51. I'm not gonna be able to figure it out on my own. So what I gotta do, I gotta get into the peer groups with the ice cream association. So I'm joining the actual ice cream association. I'm going to their national conferences, and I'm gonna get in a peer group so I can actually learn how to actually be able to crack over into those $1 million things. And the reason why I need to do it, because this right here is not only my retirement, and we were talking. I was talking with some friends earlier today. I thought 100,000 is enough to actually 100,000, per year coming in is enough to retire. As long as I had 100,000 coming in, hey, 100,000 don't go far these. It don't go far at all these days. You be hand to mouth. So I was telling them, like, hey, I found out quick. I thought retirement, if I retire where I can make 100,000 a year passively, I will be okay. It just don't do it. By the time, especially you having to do stuff to upkeep to the house and cars and all that, everything has gone up. And the other day in my van, I pulled up and I put $40 worth of gas in my van and pulled off. And I had to circle back around and go back to the gas tank and put $40 more. It barely got past a quarter of a tank. So I said, man, y'all, nah, this 100,000 is not going to be enough for me to retire comfortably. So I gotta get this thing set up not only for me, but I have 3 kids, and I gotta get them set up where this thing could actually be what take our family to the next level. And we can do it. Like I say, all of my kids now are working it. Not, I take that back. 2 of my kids are working into the ice cream parlor right now. But I would like to get it where one day I can have all of them working there, and I would love to get it where each one of them to have their own ice cream parlor. And that's what I'm doing now, just getting this stuff together. I got all the equipment, I got the infrastructure, everything they need, everything's paid for. I need to now, after we finish this shipping container, we'll see how it goes. If it goes well, we might look to get another shipping container, drop it someplace, and it'd be enough for our family to actually make a run. And like I say, we're getting to the point where we're making a great name in the area for our actual ice cream, and we got to keep riding the wave. Now, I'm going to read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat, and then I'm getting out of here. I told you all I'm past the stage now of actually trying to get people to get on board to do businesses and stuff like that. You got to go. I'm 51. I know realistically, I got about maybe 30 years left here. No, I can't spend another 10 years begging somebody to get on. And so I got to make my run now and finish it out. And I'm so glad that I made the transition when I did, while I'm still able to actually uh, physically go out and do some of the stuff that I'm doing. And at the point where I still have a skill set, I can actually take out there to get the cash and stuff that we need. It's been a great transition going into retirement for me to actually be able to see this, and now to actually get it into another gear, and maybe this might be the thing that really put our my family stamp on or put our my family stamp here uh, going forward. I'm gonna read some of the stuff I got going on in the chat, and then I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Mister, hey, what's up, Mister? 0781. $1 million business, $1 million plus business isn't for everyone. Everyone has to peek into their spirit and decide what they're truly valued. Yeah, yeah, you do. Like I said, everybody running. When I was running my business, my appliance repair business, I loved it just from one or two man shop. I love that. Um, and that was enough to do everything that I've got me where I'm at now, where it was able to pay for all my kids to go to college, pay for private school, pay for my house. I was able to do everything, travel the world, running that one or two man shop. But what happens now when I'm actually now transitioning over into retirement, I need something that not only going to be able to sustain me now, like I said, you had three kids, and I don't want to see them fall below where I was at. So I want to have enough of a cushion for them too. So now I 100,000, 100,000 just wouldn't be. It's just not enough for me to do the things that I need to do. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. Man, like I said, this pot of grass and stuff, they cutting grass and it gets to me. Mike, you hit that $1 million mark with the open container with the container open. Yeah, yeah. I think then would be really good. Appliance guy. How far can a solo appliance repair company scale that doesn't have an interest in subs and additional techs doing third party warranty? You can only do so. You only got two hands and 2 feet, so you can only do so much. And especially doing third party warranty. Third party warranty, they're gonna you can only charge so much before they kick you out the network. You want to eventually move to COD, then COD. You want to eventually maybe hit some commercial, do some seal systems. You want to get your cost up. But don't get me wrong, solo appliance repair company, you make a great living. If you don't have no desire to, I tell you what, if you want to if you want to retire and you while you're doing your solo appliance repairman, take your money and start buying you some real estate and stuff. And if you want to retire and have you about five to $6,000 coming in every month passively, you can do that by the time you're in your 50. By the time you hit 50, and it can be good. No, once you get your house paid for and all that, it's good. But uh, if you're gonna need a little bit more than that, um, you're gonna have to have a little bit more going on because if you're a solo guy, once you stop working, the checks stop coming in. You gotta have something that you gotta transition to. And like I say, I love ice cream because it's seasonal, so I ain't gotta do this year round, and I love it because we don't open until 1 o'clock, so I ain't gotta be getting up early going nowhere. And if somebody doesn't like it, then who cares? Just throw it in the trash can and get you another flavor. Stoker reviews. Mike, it would be best for you to capitalize on the containers while the land is cheap. Um, um, have a chain of them in your city. What I actually have looked at with those containers, I'm actually looking to maybe follow the railroad. Uh, going towards uh, going back towards Raleigh, Durham, and all that, and Clayton. It's just too expensive there to me to get property. But if I keep going east, like I'm going, following the railroad and grabbing those little properties, like I grab, with those, I can get the properties dirt cheap, and I can actually put the container on there. And if I can actually pull the numbers out of it that I think I'm going to pull, and get the equity out of it, we'd be really good. We'd be really good. We'd be really good. We just be following Dollar General. That's pretty much what we're doing. We'll just follow Dollar General. and to get our money. Yeah, what they got some networking going on. You want to know what state you're in? But yeah, like I say, that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna get a little deeper into this ice cream, see if I can crack a million in this thing. Um, once I crack the let's see, I'll read this one real quick. Isaiah Jones. Hey Mike, what was your strategy for a one man shop in a small town? Wasn't really a strategy. You a one man shop in a small town. Everybody know you as the appliance repairman. And I just done 4 stops a day. 5 stops a day. I done one at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. And CODs, I use Blue Book pricing. For third party warranty, I just charge them $85 an hour, $250 per completed call. And that's how I ran my business and used a 5 banking account and lived great. Lived great. I mean, I lived great doing that, and still live great. Still don't have any any problems. Still live very great, and but just the fact, like right now, like I gotta lift my arm up. Oh shit! My rotator cuff is gone. From I think it started off with those lifting up microwaves and all that stuff all the time, or it might have been just driving all the time with this arm. But my rotator cuff is gone. I'm gonna have to go get that taken care of. Um, I just my body's just giving out on me with the appliance repair over the years. I can still do it, but after I got in a car wreck, like I said, car wreck messed my shoulder up, it messed my elbow up, messed my wrist up, and I can't straighten my arm out. So sometimes reaching inside stuff, my arm won't straighten out. It'll just get to be a hassle. So I need something a little bit more to do. But it was a little less strenuous. And my thing is, I just want to be a greeter. So instead of me being a greeter at Walmart, I'm gonna be a greeter out here in front of my store. But I need something to transition over into retirement, and that's what the ice cream is. The farm, yeah, I would still love to get some acres. I definitely would love to get some acres on the and have a little small farm. But like I say, my wife and I'll be honest, we actually looked about 2 weekends ago. We went looking for something. Just the downsize in the house. Um, we were just seeing what it was like. The downsize, and we don't want anything with stairs and stuff anymore. Don't want a bunch of rooms. And we went out and we saw this little small house. It was in a community where it's 55 and older. You have to be there to buy in the community. But there was this little house, man. It was about maybe 1,100 square feet. Man, that thing, it felt so good. Wasn't nothing to clean. It was so easy. It was all on one level. You wouldn't have to mow any grass or anything, and that right there looked more more pleasing now. Then I said, man, if I do get a farm or something, it's just gonna be a small house. I would never go to another bigger house. I just want something small and and easy to maintain. So, but yeah, I would love to get something. 'Cause I need to put my stuff everywhere. That was what call was saying. Marcus, no, we get to the shipping container. I got my dump truck and all that there. Man, this yours. You got trucks and cars everywhere. Yeah, that's why I need to get someplace where I can put everything. And then I just saw the town is uh the town is passing a ordinance or something where I can't have my truck up there with my sign on it coming up here. So I need to just find a place to put all my stuff. So I would love to have some acres, and then I want to be able to go out and go shoot my guns, and all that stuff. So DCNL. So what's going on, Mike and ABC fam? Hey, what's going on, DCNL? Hey, Howard. There we go. Howard, what's going on, man? Yes, build $1 million business. Yeah, thanks for joining in. Yeah, no, what's call? I've been looking at it the last couple of days, and it's not that hard. We not that I'm not that far off from it or what I have, but I just I just never thought about building a $1 million business. I always wanted to just play it safe and just and build something that can make $500 to $1,000 a day. That's all I look to do. And then every time I turn on these CNBC, I see these people with these ice cream parlors. They making 1 million, 2 million. And I was like, what in the world? How they doing this stuff? And then like I say, the last one they had, I looked at that guy, and we had everything the same. I have all the equipment capacity. It was the exact same match as I had, and he was doing 1.2 million. And he's at a place. I don't know how much foot traffic he getting, but he bought an established one, but he's still making 1.2 out of that thing. So I said, yeah, I could do it. If I really pushed it and had it to go, no, it would require me to actually get an actual manager in here to actually manage the thing. Also, I wouldn't be able to manage both areas, but it's stuff that I can do and have some fun with it. How's that, John? Sorry to hear about that, Mike. Just finishing school, and I appreciate the advice. I'll keep it slow and steady. All right, good job, Howard. Okay, absolutely. A lot has to do with the location. Yeah, I thought about that too. Um, I looked at that, and I'm glad you said that, Howard. I looked at that, and I remember one time I was at this ice cream convention, and I was talking to the guy, and the guy I was talking to, uh, I was saying I would try to if I was doing. I was telling somebody if I was doing ice cream, I would try to stay somewhere where the rent was $1,000 or less. And this guy had been doing ice cream about 25, 30 years. And he said, if the rent $1,000 or less, you ain't gonna make no money. And I kind of blew it off. But then after I started running the numbers and looking at what these guys are doing, and I started saying, okay, if they at a place that's already established, so for instance, if I was to right now take my actual ice cream and take my business and go to Cary, uh, I would instantly then be able to make $3,000 to $4,000 a day and crack over into the million easily. But what one of the things that would scare me was the thing that I'll be saying, okay, I'll be paying now, almost 15,000 and maybe in rent someplace. But then I started looking at the numbers and I said, okay, well, they what you call they're making 18, 19,000 a week just in ice cream. So they got enough to pay the rent and stuff. And my labor cost is pretty much going to be pretty much the same if I go there and stay here. No, it costs me the same. As a matter of fact, it'd be cheaper because I'm still make it here and go there with it. So I thought about that too, saying, okay, instead of just having um, buying the low cost places, building them up for the real estate, maybe just hit one of these places and see if I could crack a million for a year and then slide out. And it's crazy. Abdul and Ron, they have a building over in Cary, and he keep telling me to come out there and put it in there, downtown Cary, and he wants to do it. But I don't know. I have to think about it. Okay. Mr. O, based on my current operation, five techs in my company would bring about 1.3 million in revenue if they work the system correctly. Okay, there you go. Howard. I saw that. Okay, he saw the same episode. I saw that CNBC episode. That's the key. Hire a manager and pay them enough to care. Yeah, yeah. And I have a couple of young kids that are here. This rock stars. That's good, and I said I could just take one of them and just and bring them on up and let them go and manage it. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Greg B. What's up, Mike and ABC? What's up, Greg? Anthony Bailey, what's up, man? What's happening? Hey, Mike, the city shot down my go kart and paintball plans due to zoning now. I'm looking into condominiums for venues. Looking for retirement also. Okay, sorry to hear they Sorry they shot that down, man. Yeah, the barndominium is something that I wanted to do as soon as I got some land um out there. But yeah, you'll find something to do, man. How rent factor should 5% to no more than 10% of sales, 5% to no more than 10% of sales. So we work it backwards. 1 million per year divided by 5% of 10% equals 50K to 100K in rent. Yeah, wow. Yeah, so let me see that and go. See, that's the stuff that scares me off when I see stuff like that. I'm gonna do the low one, 50K. Yeah, that's about 4,000. That ain't bad. 4,000 in rent at 50K, 4,000 a month, and that's not including what they call tenements and stuff like that. And a place that's really, really booming. Because from what I'm looking at, these guys, that'd be one day, one good day, really what they're pulling out there. If you got a good product, the other one's 8,000 a month, and that's 100,000 in rent. Okay, yeah, you start when you start breaking it out, it's not really that bad. Um, it's not really that bad when you start breaking it out, because you could actually do it. But crazy Mike Sneed looked there and I think I can buy a piece of property for that for 50 or 100K and own it. But if you bring the rent in, you can go somewhere. You bring the revenue in, you can go somewhere else and buy it. Uh, okay, okay, there you go. All right, that's what Howard says. Howard says he look at the rent as what it should gross in sales. So there you go. So okay, all right, that's good stuff. I got a fly flying around here. That's good stuff. He look at the rent and then he's based upon the rent. That's what the guy was trying to tell me. He look at the rent and said, okay, if the rent making this amount of money, then you're gonna make that. So if he what's it called, if he paying $100,000 in rent, then he's saying you're gonna make $1 million in sales in that thing in a year. And that's probably where I was at because I'm looking at something. It might that I think that works out correctly. That works out correctly because I'm looking at something saying $1,000, and so I say, all right, something I want something to be $1,000 or less, and 1,000 is right at about 100, about 12,000 per year. Then you're looking at something that's going to make you 120, between 120,000. That's exactly right. Okay, okay, okay. Good stuff, Howard. Thanks for letting me know that. And Howard does a lot with restaurants too. Good stuff. Okay, so that's the answer, and it matches up. So that's the answer. So if you go somewhere, and that's what the guy was trying to tell me. If you go somewhere and pay $1,000 in rent, he's saying you're not going to make no money there. They looking to make this man it's fly. They looking to make $1 million. So for order for him to make that $1 million, they're going to go out there and pay for that rent, and that rent at that location is going to generate them $1 million. Now, if you yeah, man, yeah, yeah, you making me think, Howard, because yeah, you're right, you are right, and you are right. You are right. It generate about that much in sales. So okay, all right. But you gotta have a yeah. Northfields versus Crabtree Mall or New Bern Avenue. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, one of my suppliers is crazy. One of a company that I wholesale to, they're out in uh, they're out in North Hills, and they killing it. And it's crazy. I go there and I look at what they're getting and what they buying and stuff. I said, "Good Lord, no, they killing it with my ice cream," and no, and here in Selma, we're coming up, but I haven't got to those numbers yet, and I don't know if it will probably be another 5 to 10 years before I hit those numbers. It'll take both of them combined for me to get there, to get to the point where I'm cracking. I think now we might do 700-800 with both of them together. I think we both places would do 700-800, and then I might look to go to might look to go to I might look to see if that and test it out. Only thing they make you sign those what is it, 5-10 year, which is good if you're looking to stay. I'm a little hesitant to sign those long leases. I might holler at Abdul or Ron and see if they want to try one together in one of their buildings. All right. Yeah, all three are going to generate different. Yeah, they are because of different locations and the different prices and rent. I might what you call. I might reach out to Abdul and Ron and see, hey, let's try something try a joint venture, see if it'll go and see what it'll do. How the natural feeling is to be fearful or concerned about the rent, but we can't afford the rent. How the business can and will support the business. Okay, there you go. All right. I'm gonna holler at you, Howard. I'm gonna holler at you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow. I'm gonna call you tomorrow morning. I'm gonna call you and discuss this further because like I say, uh Abdul done asked me many a times to come put one down there with his wife. They have a building right there in Mooresville, and he wants to put one down there with in that building with his wife. So I don't know. I might see reappliance. I'll play devil advocate. So why do businesses fail if location is such a lock? I think a lot of times why they if some business fail in some of the great locations, one if you coming in and you're a new business owner, it and you never ran that business before, it's hard. It is hard. You're not gonna just people think, oh, I know how to make barbecue and I do good on the grill and all and cooking. No, you're gonna open a restaurant. A restaurant is one of the hardest businesses you could ever run, and you just ain't gonna walk in backwards and get that thing right. So they don't know how to actually run the business, and they think they just gonna open it up and it go. And it doesn't take off. The food might not be at the point where people like it. They had a chance to actually to get their product where people actually like it. It might be customer service. It could be just so many different things that has to go together. Um, and then you have to call. If you have a franchise, then somebody's already gonna figure that out for you, and they don't told you where to go, and you got to go. Now the other thing too is call. You gotta have some cash to get out there. The first the no you first starting off, you better have you 6 months to a year of working capital to go because it's gonna take something to go, or you gotta have something else to keep you up while that business is not making any money. Like you all saw me, I told you all I had to jump back in the truck for a couple of months because what happened, getting that business up and going, you think it's always going to take this certain amount of money to get going, but it always take more than what you think. And I had to jump back in the truck and get some distance between me and life. Now, once I get both of these up and running, and both of these are doing well, then I can actually then venture out and maybe try another one of those. Now I've seen this it's a dessert place called Bernie's down here. I saw they started off in Smithfield near the outlet center, and they do very well out there in that little corner. And I'm seeing now they don't step the game up when they don't went downtown Clayton, and they actually partner with another coffee place that was doing really well. They came in and joined together, and they're in the same building. And I see they like they doing pretty good. I'm gonna go check them out one day this week. And so what happens with that? They come in together, and now he don't got a name out. Everybody knows about him in Johnston County. He's doing well. So now he takes and transition over into doing to a higher rent district with a little bit a higher clientele paying. We might could take that jump too. Matter of fact, I could take that jump now over into Clayton. If I could find a place over in Clayton, I could take that jump there, and go and make and hit my money, because there they have the capital. All right. How poor execution, lack of knowledge, and cash. Yep, yep. Yeah, lack of cash to support business through. Yeah, it is. Yeah, or start. Yeah, you got to have that cash. You got to have it, or a way to go get some cash, because it's gonna come. It's gonna come, and it's gonna come, and it's gonna come crazy. No, it's gonna come crazy. And like I say, building it out. Every time you go down there to the inspection department, they talking $6,000, $8,000, and like I say, it don't take long for you to start to crack it. Same thing. We watch when you actually um, like right now, we're real busy, and we're doing a lot of events. We're making a lot of ice cream. We're we got a lot of we killing it right now. But right now, I'm not making any money because all my money is going out to buy supplies. So I'm all I'm doing now is just buying supplies, and keeping it moving and paying. And now, because we're making so much ice cream, doing so many events, I have to hire more people now, because we're in our peak season, and they got more hours. So my payroll has increased, and what you start to have is a lag. So now I gotta let all that money start coming back in, and it'll get to a point. Usually it takes me to about maybe July, so when my cash swells back up. By July, we got enough cash back up. I got enough then, to where it's not hurting me to actually be able to go out and buy the product and stuff. Like right now, we got a buffer, but not the buffer I normally have. And I learned my lesson last year. I had a big buffer at the end, and I took that buffer and I threw it into remodeling, and I threw it into getting the other one gone. I'm not going to do that again. So next year, I'm gonna hold enough to get me through to July, August, and I'm gonna anything above what. And that's another thing too that got me, because we're still new and growing. I don't know my actual my numbers change, because I just looked. I'm looking. Matter of fact, I'm looking right now. My from from last year. Last year, our net sales is up 51%. Our gross sales are up 52.4%. So we almost it increased by 50 some percent. And so with that, I couldn't I didn't foresee it. And so I didn't think I was gonna need that much cash to get going. But now it is. And now you start looking at the other stuff that starts to bottleneck you. So now the stuff that's starting to bottleneck me, I can make it fast enough. I can make the ice cream fast enough. We gotta I can move it out, far as with my suppliers. I can get their stuff out to the wholesalers quick enough. But the thing that's killing me now is the actual stores. Our inside of our store is pulling just as much as as the people who as the wholesaling and stuff. So you have to then make a decision. Are you going to continue to keep going? Man, that fly gonna catch him. Are you going to keep going with your wholesale account and keep them going, or you throttle them back and push the store and let the store get all the ice cream, or you cut some of your flavors back in the store so you don't have to have so much on stock, or you what you call do what I'm gonna have to do. You're gonna have to get you a walk-in freezer, so you can actually start storing it. So that way, we can actually get it in, and I can make a bunch of it, store it up, and then if people need it, as a store need it, we just pull it. Because right now we're making it as we go, and it's killing us. Uh, like this weekend, we got two events. We got the store, and we had to do all our wholesale stuff. So now coming up tomorrow, we got all this ice cream that has to be made, because we got all the wholesale accounts taken care of. but we gotta make ice cream to go on the mobile trailer and to go on the mobile cart. And we got a wedding. We gotta make the ice cream for that. And it just gets to the point where we just cutting it too close, and I don't like that. If something was to happen, like for instance, this morning we woke up the other side of the street. Somebody hit a light pole, and the power was out all day on the other side of the street. We just cutting it too close. So if something like that was to happen here, and we couldn't make ice cream, I'd be hurt for what you call for tomorrow. I wouldn't have enough ice cream to pour from, and somebody getting married, and they and they've been planning this, for 4 or 5 months, and you got to make the ice cream. They don't want to hear, oh, we ain't got no ice cream because the power went out. They're expecting you to have the ice cream there. Same thing. If we got to do a market, we got to do a market. We got to do a graduation, well, a celebration at an apartment complex. We got to do that tomorrow, Saturday too. So those people don't want to hear your power went out. They're expecting you to be there doing the ice cream because that's what they paid for. I want to have enough of a buffer so I can get away from. Don't have to worry about that. And I want to be able to have it on a generator. So if something like that did happen, we can just actually take all our ice cream from out of the store and just put it in the walk-in freezer and the generator run it until they get it up and run it. Then we can move it back into the store, and we won't have to lose anything. So but once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm gonna reach out to you, Howard, tomorrow and talk a little bit more in depth about this. And it's a good thing when you got friends you can talk to this stuff about. And like I say, well, if you somebody who's thinking about it, like I say, it's just the fact that we just haven't had the perspective to be around people who done built $1 million business or ran multi-million-dollar business. So sometimes we don't even think like that. And like I said, shout out to Marcus because we had a great conversation, and he said the same thing, and he didn't think where he got to. He thought he was aiming too low, 'cause he got there too quick, and he was like, now where he wants to take it to is going to be great. Um, and that's what I'm at too. Where I shot for, I hit it too quick, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet, and we hit it. And I need to now make it push it to get it out a little further so everybody can be okay. Once again, thanks, Howard. Howard say anytime. And what's going on, Quentin Hodge? Quentin Hodge say, okay, peace, Mike. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.